gotta NFT this.
I love that. Yeah, that's nice.
You got a good support group.
I have a good support group. Everyone around me is so supportive of the show. They're so supportive of my gigs and what I do. Like, no one has ever had to go because of it, quote unquote. But, yeah, everyone's been here. Everyone's been pretty supportive, so.
That's big because now it's like, I don't know if it has to do with social media, but some people in our generation just really would be jealous of you. Even if they know you your whole life, even if they're your friend, deep down they have that jealousy and that it's not genuine no more.
I can honestly say that I got quote unquote hate from strangers more than the people close to me. Like, when I started, there would be grown men, excuse my language, but it would be grown men, and they would try and steal gigs, quote unquote. So there was this website I was on, I think it was Facebook, Detroit Sells Everything or something, but someone was looking for a DJ for a kid's birthday party. And somebody tagged my mom because she runs all my social medias, but someone tagged her that I should do a gig that this person's looking for. So they put my price down, put all the what's the name. This man comments under my comment that my mom made with the price. He goes, "Oh, I can do it for such and such." Unless I'm 13, I'm young. You're very, I don't even know. You're grown. You're
40.
grown. 40. His name was DJ. So he lived up to that name, pretty much. So I shouldn't even say his name so we can get any more clout or anything. But
maybe we edit that out.
Yeah. We can bleep that, right? We can bleep that. But, yeah, and it's just like, that opened my eyes, and my mom was like, with you doing this, you're going to receive a lot of BS from people. Simply because you are young, you are successful, you are black, and you're a girl, This is a male-dominated industry, so you're not going to get the same treatment that men get. And I'm like, I didn't understand it at the time, but now that I'm growing up, I can see that. And it's just, I haven't received too much of it, but it's always in the back of my head. And I can kind of feel, and I feel like female DJs don't get taken as serious. Mm-hmm. Because I remember this other gig, someone just said, "Oh, you're just so cute, you can just stand there and do nothing." I'm like, stand there and do nothing? I does this. Like, I will out-scratch anybody. Like, what? I was on like I said, my dad's from Highland Park, so they have, like, this big music festival every summer. They have this really big music festival. And his mentor called him and said, "Hey, I'm calling for you, but I'm really calling for your daughter." So they wanted me to come and be on this line of DJs, all 40 and up, all men. I was 16 at the time, only female. This line, stage full of DJs, and I was up there by myself, mixing and scratching when it came down to my turn. So that So that right there, it just made me realize that I'm equal to these men. Like, they don't have an up on me. They don't have anything.
I think is unique because, like you said, it's a male-dominated industry. Mm-hmm. But if it's this DJ, he alright, he hard. But she is harder.
Yeah.
Even though it's a lot of guys, that would be like, let's get a different look. Yeah. Let's get a different style.
No, for sure. And I feel like a lot of people think that you know who Paris Hilton is?
I do.
So she's a DJ, right? She has a name for herself because obviously her family or whatever. She has a name. She's a pretty face, and all she does is play music. That's what I call a record player. Someone that's just playing music back to back to back.
But not necessarily
doing anything cool with it. So I feel like she set the tone for a lot of female DJs because they think they can just stand up and just look cute, and they can just, be another pretty face behind a turntable. And I think it's more to that.
What you think is the hardest thing about DJing, like using the board?
The hardest.
Sorry for cutting you off, but if someone wanted to start DJing,
so
what do you think would be the hardest part for them?
I actually had a school I was teaching 3 kids. I had 3 kids in my class, 3 students in my class. Earlier this year, January, I started a whole DJ school, but and I was teaching them. It was a 6-week course, and I would teach them scratching, mixing, timing. And I feel like timing, you either got it or you don't. Like, it really is that simple. I hate to say it. If you work hard at it, you can obviously do anything. But timing is kind of like...
What you mean by timing?
So say you're mixing 2 songs. You have to know when to bring the other song in and when to fade the other song out. Or you ever hear 2 songs playing at one time? Like, it'll be someone rapping, but they'll be over
a different beat. Like,
that's timing. That's all about BPM measurements. That's all about everything. That's probably the hardest part. Mixing is what it's called. It's called mixing. Mixing the 2 songs together with the BPM, making sure they match up. That's probably one of the hardest parts. I've been working on that for years now, but it's still more to learn to it. Obviously, there's always something to learn. But when I'm teaching other people, that's always the hardest part for them.
Would you ever get into producing?
I actually have dabbled, because my dad, he's also a producer too. He has his own Superstar Entertainment. That's our last name, Super. So Superstar.
That's your last name?
My last name is Super. S-U-B-E-R.
I thought you said super. Like superhero.
No. So that's where the play on words come in. Superstar Entertainment. So he manages a couple artists. And I dabbled with a little producing. I definitely want to get more into that next year, because I can see it's really cool to me. So I can see how other people do it. And it's really... I don't want to say it's easier now to do, but with the machines and the technology that we have, it is kind of like, I don't know, it's easier.
It's just time consuming?
It is time consuming, and I feel like anything you want to do like that, you have to want to do it.
Not
you can't just do it
I'm going to do it just because I want to.
Yeah, just because you see someone else doing it. Like, you have to want to do it, because that's when you're going to get the best product, obviously, when you want something and work at it. You know? That's all that is.
Switching the topic, in the world now of social media, it seems that everybody wants to be in a relationship, want to be the next Dirk in India, wants to be the next, Cardi B, Offset, whoever.
Right.
What's your view on relationships at our age?
Honestly, I could say that everything looks nice on social media, but there's obviously people aren't posting the bad stuff to it. I'm in a relationship now, and I'm very, very, very happy in my relationship. Shout out to him. Shout out to my boyfriend. But we're not out here trying to be like Dirk in India or Cardi or Megan or anybody, because we aren't those people. We're young. Like, we're not regular, but we're not where they are. They can. Right. We're not trying to be like anybody else. We're trying to be who we are, because we have our own thing, they have their own thing. What works for somebody else might not work for you, and I feel like that plays a lot of parts in people's relationships not working out, because they're too busy trying to be something they're not. It's okay to just be yourself, just be who you are. It's nothing wrong.
If they don't like you,
then find somebody who will. Like, you don't have to. I think this is more towards the girls, but we don't have to go through hell and back to prove that we are real or ride or dies or somebody. You don't have to go through all that. You're going to find someone who's going to be just right for you. You won't change anything.
You can't pick who you want to love.
No, you can't. You can't. It happens. Like, that's just how things are. You can't force it. Your person is going to know exactly what to do with you. That's all I got to say. Your person is going to know. You won't have to change much. Obviously, there's going to be disagreements, because we're human. We're human. But you won't have to change much about yourself. You won't have to question anything. You won't be unhappy. You won't be lost. You won't be left confused about anything. Your person is going to know exactly what to do with you. So,
is it hard keeping DJ Breezy from your relationship, like keeping those things?
No.
Make sure they don't mix?
No, honestly, I love when they mix. He's so supportive of everything that I do. He comes to my gigs. He's come to my tapings and my shows. Like, he It's DJ Breezy. He's in a relationship with me and DJ Breezy. So it's really nothing too much about that. Like, I don't have... My mom, obviously, she runs my Instagram accounts because there are people that are sliding in the DMs and saying crazy stuff. But we don't even respond to that because it's like, you know, ew, get away from me. Like, I don't even...
I'm about to ask a question about that. I know it'd probably be dudes still in the DM. What's the worst thing that you've seen in the DM or that you don't want to see? Like, your pet peeve for DMs.
Misspelling. Like, guys, y'all be trying to slide on females and can't even spell beautiful or gorgeous. Like, y'all, it'll be so off, and it's just like, okay, you lost me. You lost me. And it's just like, if you want somebody, you have to not apply some pressure, but apply some pressure. You know what I mean? Not too much. Don't do too much if the feeling isn't mutual, obviously. I know you've seen those posts that'll be like, oh, be ready at 9. I'm about to come get you. You have to go here. Don't do that if the feeling is not mutual. Like, that's not going to work for everybody.
Because she's going to be like, why would you?
She's going to be like,
don't come.
I'm about to block you. Like, don't, you know, unless the feeling is mutual, do not go overboard with stuff like that. Don't.
So, but like, if a dude wanted to slide on a girl,
mm-hmm.
what do you think he should do since he never met her? He's never...
You don't go through Instagram?
Yeah, I'm saying it's through Instagram, not in person. Because in person... It's fair game. If you don't got it in person,
you just don't got it.
It is what it is.
But
you had your chance.
That's the crazy part about social media. You can be whatever you want to be on there. You can be whatever you want to be on there. But to the guys, if you think about sliding on a girl, say something catchy. Like, say something clever. Like, it might seem a little corny or whatever, but females deep down, we love all of that. Like, we love that. We do. Like, oh, haven't I seen you before? And then she's going to be like, no. And she's going to be like, oh, you look familiar. And that's going to keep her wondering, like, where does this guy know me from? And you're going to be so, I don't know, little stuff like that. Just be, I don't know. Just do your own thing, whatever you feel is comfortable. But we love all stuff like that. We do.
So deep down inside, girls don't like the tough guy. They like the...
No, I don't know who started that. Like, I don't know where that came from. That's weird. Nobody wants someone nonchalant or mean. Like,
but it's like... It's not just my experience. I'm saying in general, it just seems like they want the bad guy. They want the guy that treats girls wrong. But the simps or the...
Oh my god, I hate that word. What is a simp? There's nothing wrong with loving your girlfriend. There's nothing wrong with loving your boyfriend.
But the simps don't get love. The simps get stepped on.
Okay, but there's a way to go. I don't know. There's a way to go around it. Like I said, everybody's different. I can only speak for myself, but I can also speak for a lot of girls. Like, my friends, we're all the same way. Like, we like guys who are nice to us and are going to treat us right.
Simps need to go to the simps, and
simps
people that's not shit go with
nonchalants go with nonchalants. Simps and simps, nonchalants and nonchalants.
Don't mix the two.
No, it's just not gonna work. It's not. I don't.
So
I'm a simp. If that's what simping is, I'm a simp.
There's nothing wrong with being a simp.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's something wrong with being a simp to the wrong person.
To the wrong person, exactly.
And then you tell your mans or you tell your friend, she or he is like, no.
Yeah, you gotta be, like I said, if the feeling is mutual
you'll know.
You're gonna know. You're gonna feel it.
You're gonna know. And stop ignoring red flags.
Oh my god.
It's like if you got that intuition and then you call her out on it and you still don't like the answer, don't keep trying to don't force yourself to mess with the girl. Like, because that's just gonna waste your time. Time is money.
And someone's feelings gonna be hurt. Like,
yeah, that's the biggest part.
I'm so quick. Like, before I was in a relationship, one wrong move, bye, you're gone, bye. Because you can mess up once. It depends. Obviously, it depends on what it is. Like, but if you mess up once, you're gonna keep doing it. You're gonna keep doing it, and the person's gonna keep allowing that.
So you saying if he does you bow or he?
Yeah, I'm not talking about like, oh, you go get me food and you forgot ketchup for my fries. Like, I'm not gonna cut you off of that. But if I catch you doing something foul, and we're grown, y'all know what's right and what's wrong. Like,
no more little kid stuff. No more.
No, like, grow up. Like, you know what's right and what's wrong. Come on now, we're adults here. You know what you're doing. You're very capable. Nobody's making you. No one's holding a gun to your head, making you do something. You know what's right and what's wrong. And if you do something once, you're very well capable of doing it again. And that's... I see people for how they are, but you don't have to deal with it. You know, you can just let people be and find someone. Like I said, you're going to find someone who's not going to do you wrong and who's going to know exactly how to deal with you. That's just simple as that. So I don't understand why people, like our age especially, oh, I'm done with relationships, I'm done.
It's either I'm done, I'm never doing it, or it's the girls and guys that's pressed for a relationship. And I never really got that, like, they meet me, for example. Mm-hmm. Say I would get to talking to them. Oh, if we're not in a relationship, we can't do this, we can't talk, we can't do that. I don't want to do this. Mm-hmm. But you don't even know if you really want to be in a relationship with me. It's almost like you like, okay, he likes me, so I'm going to be in a relationship with him. Honestly, which shouldn't be the case.
Relationships aren't found, they're built, honestly. So you're not going to meet someone and be like, oh, that's it, you know. You're going to have to work at it, obviously, because it is work. It doesn't feel like work all the time, but it's two different people trying to coexist with each other in one world. It's not always going to go how you want it to go. And being, like you said, being pressed for relationships, I was never pressed for a relationship. You're not going to go out looking for it. It's going to find you. Like I said, your person is going to find you when you're not looking. You know, you can't go around looking for it. Because I'm really big on spiritual stuff and vibes. I'm really big on stuff like that. So what's for me will find me. And what's not will eliminate itself. So
that should be a tweet.
I mean, yeah. What's for you is for you. And the universe is going to give you exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. Where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. So.
Okay, another question before we get off here. You have a lot of things going for yourself. You're young. Mm-hmm. How do you balance your mental health during this whole process?
Mental health. I'm actually studying psychology right now. Mm-hmm. So mental health is a really big thing for me. You have to take time out for yourself and make sure you don't go into overdrive for yourself. My days, there's something new every single day. Work, DJing, school, social life, all of that play a part every single day.
And it's like you have to keep doing it.
I can't just say, oh, I'm done with everything and just stay at home and sleep all the time. I can't do that. But you have to know when to give your body breaks. You have to do stuff that's good for you, self-care stuff. I'm so big on self-care. I'll take myself out to eat. I'll take myself to go get my nails and toes done. I'll take myself out to do stuff just me, one-on-one, me, because I need
some me time.
Me time. Like shopping, retail therapy, that's a real thing. I don't like shopping.
Don't go splurging.
Don't go splurging. Don't go.
You about to have a full line at Somerset. Nah,
look, you guys
DJ Breezy told me to.
I mean, you guys, like I said, we're grown. You guys know what's right and what's wrong. But buying little stuff for yourself always helps me feel better, depending on the situation. But,
okay, I see what you're saying. Treat yourself, reward yourself in the right way.
Right. Like, oh, I'm sad or I'm not feeling the best. I'm going to go get a new outfit. I'm about to go get my hair done. Because when you look pretty, you're going to feel pretty. Yeah. So, do what's best for you. Everyone's self-care is different. Mine just happens to be retail therapy and shopping.
I don't know what mine is.
You got to find it.
I think mine really is low-key just music. It's really driving in the car. I can drive in the car for however long.
Yeah.
As long as my music playing,
that's your self-care. That's
your
time to yourself. You can play the same song 1,000,000 times if you want to and not feel bad about it because no one else is with you. It's your time.
Yeah, I'll say it's probably either music or working out. Like, just the fact that I got better. I got stronger this day.
You just got to do what's best for you, and everyone's different. You got to do what's best for you. Always.
All right, one question for the interview.
Okay.
Before we get out of here. Okay. From you.
From me?
Yeah, you ask me.
Ooh, okay. What made you come up with the interview and how it's spelled and what made you start the podcast and, you know.
Okay. I get this asked a lot.
Do you? All right, never mind. I want to do a unique one then. Hold on, give me a second.
If y'all need the answer, it's probably in my video. So
and that's what I'm saying. I feel like somebody already asked you that already.
I'll tell you off camera, so.
Okay, you can.
Unless y'all want to know.
I mean, if you said it before, then they already heard it.
But it's always different. Not different, but like.
Okay, I got one. Where do you see the interview in the next 3 to 5 years?
3 to 5 years. It's 2022, so.
By 2025, where do you see the interview taking you?
2025, I feel like at that point, because I don't really care about this, but I already had blue check, people I interview had blue checks, verified people.
Right.
So I think by 2025, I'll be at a point where I'm only having verified people or people that's at their level. And the interview, it's not just a podcast. It's really a brand. Actually, go copy y'all some merch, too.
I need a shirt.
Yeah.
I need to get a shirt.
We gotta get her a shirt.
Yes.
But other than that, I want to branch off to other things using this as the biggest platform.
Right.
This was the main, but now I'm going off to these things.
Yeah, because it can
like
take
what you said with producing.
It can take you so many places. You might start co-writing, co-producing with someone and have a show on the TV show, on the actual TV, or, Netflix series or something. I can see that. I can definitely see a Netflix series.
Anything with film, anything with filmmaking, I'm down. Recording, photography.
Movies or something.
Yeah, I do it all. So that's kind of like my hidden talent. The interview, spelled THENTERVIEW. Not the interview, it's the interview. One word. It came to me in my dreams, seriously, like literally sleeping, woke up, went straight to my notes, wrote everything down I was thinking. And that became like, that started happening before I started this. That was happening often. And that's really how everything came together. It was like, I seen it in my dreams, not just dreams to reality, basically. But I really do appreciate you coming on here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm glad we did this. I love this.
She's going to be on another episode when she's in Atlanta. When
she's DJing
Atlanta. When she's DJing an APF party, she's going to come to the studio.
And I'm going to come to the studio.
And she's going to get another interview.
And I'm going to get a shirt.
And she's going to get a shirt.
Yes, I am.
But this is DJ Breezy.
Yes, guys.
I need to watch her show.
Watch my show.
And y'all need to book her for a gig.
Book me. Can we put my Instagram stuff?
Yeah.
So my Instagram is Breezy in the Mix. Search me up. We're probably going to put it down below somewhere.
Either right here or it's going to be in the description. It's going to be in the description regardless.
Yep. And then follow Guest House Entertainment on Instagram. Follow DJ Breezy on Facebook. All of that. So.
Once again, #1 podcast, The Interview. Like, comment, subscribe, and go watch them videos.
Yay!
Bitch, to get back with her man, like I was cute. But you can't mix that shit with your bare hands. Might try to use it. How the fuck I'ma cuff you? Know you fuck my mans. You sound stupid, nigga, ain't in the fig. Just be rapping about the crimes I'm doing. You know I can't.